What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and with the launch of Title Update 15 last week, we've seen a lot of new and returning players jump back into the game, and typically when that happens, I happen to receive a lot of questions in regards to settings, and it can vary from how to change your damage numbers to how to change your field of vision, things like that. So today I wanted to take a few minutes and answer some of the most commonly asked ones. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well, and remember we are currently having a giveaway for an Xbox Series X. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on July 4th of this year. So the number one question I typically receive from people who are just jumping into the game is, how do you change your damage numbers? Now, as most of you know, the default setting is what you're going to see in the screen right now, and it's just kind of a hodgepodge in the middle of the enemy. However, if you go into your settings, you can change that to a nice line on the right hand side. Now, one thing I want to mention, and this happens here and there, and let me know what your experience has been, but sometimes it will go back to the default setting, so every once in a while you may need to change it back. Now, in order to actually change it in the first place, all you're going to need to do is open up your menu. You're going to scroll over to settings. Now, when you get to this main page right here, you scroll down to UI, you go to scrolling combat text, and you're going to change it from random sphere to floating. Once you've done that, my friends, all you need to do is back out of the menu and you are totally good to go. Now, the main reason I recommend doing it this way is because when you're putting together a build or you truly want to see the damage that you're actually putting out, it's a much cleaner and easier way to see the damage you're actually doing. The next feature we're going to go over, and something that I know happens to drive certain players crazy, is your on-call status. So we're still in gameplay, and as you can see here, you have three options. You can have the game notify you anytime an agent calls for backup. You'll get that notification. You can set it to when only friends or clan members reach out. You'll know of it then, and you can also turn off the thing completely. And I know for some gamers out there, you like to log in, do your own thing without any distractions whatsoever, which is totally fine, obviously. Just remember, if you want to be notified, you're going to need to go back in and change it back to a previous setting. Next, my friends, we have your field of vision, and this happens to be one of those settings that people forget about from time to time. Now, in order to access it, you go to gameplay, you scroll down to additional field of vision, and as you can see, your range is from 0 to 25. Now, something like this is all about personal preference. There's no right or wrong way to do this. All this does is dictate how much of the world you see around your character. Now, to give you an example, I'm going to go from 0 additional field to 10, and as you can see here, when you compare the two, there is a significant difference as you look at it. The top one is at 0, the bottom one is at 10, and remember, it goes up to 25, so my recommendation is try out a few variations, try a few different missions or control points or whatever, and see which one works best for you. Now, another great feature in the game is you can also change your additional field of view while aiming, so that way you can have it set for one way in the open world when you're just cruising around, and you can have it set for another way when you're aiming down the barrel of your weapon. I know for a lot of gamers out there, you like being able to see as much of the open world as possible when you're actually just running around doing whatever it may be, and then when you want to aim with your weapon, you like having a more condensed screen. That way you can focus on a specific NPC. And on the flip side of that coin, there are those of you that want to see as much of the world as you possibly can at all times. That way you're not getting flanked by NPCs when you're aiming or when you're just, running around. So again, having these different options gives you the ability to choose how you want the game to look. Next, my friends, we're going to talk about camera sensitivity, and if you're like me, you play multiple games at once. Now, I know whether it's a first-person or third-person shooter, it doesn't really matter. When you first jump into the game, having the right speed in regards to your camera movement can really make or break your gameplay. Once again, it is all about personal preference. There is no right or wrong way to do this. I like having the camera speed a little bit slower, otherwise I sincerely feel like I'm spinning like a top. I know other people they have it really set to a high sensitivity. That way they can just rip around the screen. Again, try out different things and find something you enjoy the most. You also have the option of changing your aim sensitivity as well, so you can have, your camera speed one way, your aim speed another. And so for a lot of people, having all of these options really helps them customize the game to look exactly the way they want, which in turn obviously leads to a more enjoyable gaming experience, which is what it should be all about anyway. And as we start to wrap this video up, you can see on the next page we have our usual suspects mechanics in regards to settings. You have brightness, you have sharpening, contrast, neutral lighting. So again, look at them all, try them all out, make the game your own. And if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. Most of you know my main focus at this channel is to help out in any way I can. So if there's something I didn't touch base on, please let me know and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. One of the best things about having this channel is the family that we have here. So if you are new to the game or you're just returning, I don't care what the question is in regards to the game, please ask. There are so many people out there that want to help out, so if there's anything you're struggling with, please let me know. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. And I mean, look, we've waited so long for new content, new gear, new everything, and we're finally getting some new things in the game, and these settings can really help you enjoy your gameplay more, so I sincerely hope it helps out. At this point, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. However, like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Triggered a lockdown at the plant. They've been taking over infrastructure to lend legitimacy to their cause. If they control the power, they control this region. We need to find a way to relieve the pressure and fix the reactor's cooling system.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes lockdown. Communication relay offline.
Critical pressure level. To avert catastrophic system failure, system purge required.
System breach initiated. Critical systems exposed.
Target identified.
Data transfer halted. Incoming. High risk hostile. Agent down.